There's no such thing as work-life balance. None! Just fucking do it. Subscribe now. The one we turned down is better than most of the deals that I look at. But we turned it down partially because it was 400 kilometers away. And that was outside the 200 kilometer band. Because we want to operate on the hub and spoke method, meaning that headquarters is no farther than 2 hours drive. So you can get there and back in a day.
And at what stage do you recommend that to take place?
No, you get don't call a board meeting unless you have 5 companies that you've been through. You might have gone through 25 to find 5. And you bring those to the board meeting. You've already sent the board package, which is in that format that you got this right now. You've already sent it out to the board members. They've seen it. They're semi-prepared. Some board members don't read shit you send them, okay? You send it, you send it by mail and email, okay? The new generation only send it out by email. So they have already read it. They come to remember you meet with them the night before or the morning before the board meeting. The ideal time to have a board meeting, in my opinion, is 2 p.m. Last 2 or 3 hours, and then you go for drinks and dinner, which you're picking up. And so they've had time to study the 5 deals. And then he presents deal 1 after you go through the articles of incorporation and this, that, and the other thing, all the things that legally that are due because of corporate governance. Then deal 1, blah, 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 blah. Deal 2, And then by the time he gets down to deal 5, then there's 3 or 4 other things on the agenda. And the board votes which ones are we going to do. In this case, we voted on 4 yes, 1 no. And then the fact he could spend up to 10 million euros, which was a lot more than he could have bought all these deals almost for 10 million euros. And then the board meeting's over, and then he has, you vote to him the ability, and the corporate executives, which is the CFO and himself, the ability to run the company until the next board meeting. And so we haven't had a next board meeting. And so the next board meeting is in April this year, which will mean it would have been 2.5 years. Now, a lot of the old guys, I said, they got nothing to do and all day to do it, and they want to have fucking board meetings. Because the board meetings, they're thinking of sex, drugs, and rock and roll in Las Vegas. I mean, in the good old days, flying first class, and you tell them, you get here, if you want to go, you get here on your own fucking nickel. And we still have kids buying them dinners they can't afford because they're embarrassed. They think the only way they're going to get the board member to come is by putting them in a fucking Ritz hotel, a suite at the Ritz, which is dog shit to me, but anyway, a suite at the Ritz. And if you've got to do that, you got the wrong guys. You got the wrong guys. It happens all the time. No, people that live not this seminar, the people that left in November have already taken people out to the Ritz for dinner. And they think that they're using my name, they can get a better table, which doesn't work. That's the only reason I know. I tell them exactly what not to do. You can't help yourselves, kids. It's like a heroin addict trying to get off the hard stuff. You want to, you believe you can, you pray you can, but you can't. And that's your DNA. You can thank your parents for that. And a comment Margaret said, and I can thank my parents, however he said it at the end. And don't go back and beat your parents up. That's a self-defeating process. But one thing I do ask the guys, ask your dad when you're alone someplace, next time you see him, was I on purpose, Dad? You got your answer. At least 50% of you are by accident. Some of you look like bastards anyway, but only 50% of you by accident. I like when they have a kid, and after the kid's 4 years old, they get married. I don't get that either. There's a lot of things I don't get. Why would you get... I'm making the old slut, how do I say? Legitimate. Is that the right word? Yeah.
It's for tax purposes.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard that people. Why? Now when you live with somebody so many years, you can still write them off for taxes.